It's just the first one. I'm gonna soon drive home, but I need to eat a little first. So, but whilst I'm driving, if I'm still gonna film then, I'm not gonna talk or at the chat or something. If I talk, I'm gonna just turn off the camera. But I just been filming the death tag that the lady Romina gave me, or tagged me in. I'm eating my protein bar to get something in my belly. I've been out for almost an hour, I guess, in a church graveyard cemetery. Filmed for next week actually, and I'm a little dressed today to respect the people that is dead. Let me see what's going on here. Let's see if there's someone that wants to talk. I don't know if that works proper. So like I said, I'm in the car. So the weather been a little forward and backward. It was pouring down some bits when I was in the graveyard too. But I was lucky to find a very old tree, very big tree, so I was standing under that. So I kept myself dry because I left the umbrella in the car. Maybe stupid, but it didn't rain. And it looks like it should start to go sunny, but they better go forward and backward, so we have to see. I'm not sure what's going on here. I have trouble to see comments. I can turn the camera to see where we are. I'm parked outside St. Ansgar's Eldergoth. And Eldergoth is like a graveyard or cemetery. We don't have any, we have a little chapel, but we don't have a church here. Oh, hello. If you don't have any funny to say and respectful, so I'm only on my phone because I've been out and I'm still out. So this is me, and I have to eat a little because I start getting hungry. So, and I have done the surgery, so I need to eat often. So right now I'll take a little bar before I start driving home. But I have been to the biggest cemetery in Borås, Sweden. Hello, hello, sociopath. Sociopath. That is not a good thing to be, is it? But this is probably the youngest too, but it's the biggest. Very beautiful place. I'm gonna drive home and put together the video too. And I did that tag from Lady Rowena. Hello, Blood Ritual. You need to do you ready for work, but of course, make yourself ready and stay safe and everything like that. So I know that people have to work during weekends too. I'm happy that I don't have to work anymore during weekends. So, but go hugs to your Bloody Ritual. How old? I'm gonna be 58 this month. But I don't know what it have to do with age. Because everyone should be able to be on YouTube without having that question. You look younger. Thank you very much. And most people usually say that. I still think I look like me, but I guess it's because I stay the person I am. I'm not dressing for what people expect me to be. I'm still an Eldergoth. And how old are you? Because you asked me, so I can ask you back. And sorry for chewing, but I need to eat, so. I'm gonna drive home soon, so I might turn the camera so you can see, or people can follow how it look like in some bits of Borås at least. Not maybe all the way home, because of course I don't want to show that. But I'm on other part of town, so. And where are you from? And like I said, I did this tag from Lady Rowena, the deaf tag, and I thought, what is a better place to go than go to where the deaf people are? And because it was a question about what should happen with you after you're dead, and how you want to have your funeral and that type of thing. So what it could be a good thing. I'm not afraid of the death. It's natural. Everyone gonna do it. Your grandson did it. You're 66. That's no age. I think it's good that everyone can be on the internet too, no matter age. Because everything goes digital, so we need to be like that. So, and I've been on YouTube since very early days, so not having directly a channel, but to be able to comment and that type of thing. So, and follow the YouTubers that I still follow today, that I started following, like Angela Benedict and It's Black Friday, the goth channels. And of course, getting music. Back in the days when you actually could still listen to YouTubers that have music on in the background without having the copyright strikes that they have all the time nowadays. That is very annoying. And see some of the decorations in my car. I have some jewelry I made myself, if I can get it to be visible. For the car too, with a little bat on. Typically goth colors too. But I've been out, but they have not been perfect, so. That was not good, Jenny. That happened to an ex-boyfriend of me when we were in Gothenburg in a big square outside the big central station for the trains. And I laughed because it looked so funny, but I guess it's not that funny when you get it on you. So I hope you can get everything sorted. Hello, hello. No, I guess so. I hope you can find something to take it off, some napkins or something at least, because it's not that funny, because it's not like you can change clothing if you're out at least. I know you are probably out when you got it, so, but I mean if you're out, you're not home in the garden or something, so it's gonna be a little harder, so that's nice. What are you up to today? Because I'm soon gonna start driving, and then I might turn the camera, because I don't think it's gonna be that fun to see me driving, or especially if you see my faces about the people that drives too. If you see lots of people still out on the roads, it's calmer today because it's Sunday. It's not that much going on, and because the weather is not the best either. So it's still vacation for many. So, and I still have one more week at my old work, and then I'm gonna start on my new job. So that's exciting too. So. But I've been in contact yesterday again with my next boss, and he said, "Oh, exciting! Only 1 week left." Yeah, I'm excited, but also a bit nervous. Thank you for the likes. You can also subscribe to my channel too. It should help a lot. I might never be monetized, but I'm not sure I want to be monetized, honestly, because it feels like you get a lot of pressure on you. And plus, you don't really earn that much money when you're on YouTube either. At least what I understand from the big YouTubers either. So it has changed a lot now. So you really need to be big to even be able to live on it. So, and with Swedish rules and taxes and everything like that. So I don't want to have the hassle to start doing that thing either. So I'd rather be like a happy amateur. And yeah, I'm in a car. Exciting. It's just a tiny car. It's Toyota, one of the smaller ones. But I can promise you Toyota is actually one of the best car I have so far, because this one is just going, and it's never have anything when we go through the MOT either. It's always go past without anything. So this is the best car I had so far, and it takes me where I want to. Sometimes you want a bigger car, of course, but you can't have it all. It costs money. And now I sit on the parking to the big graveyard here in Borås, the biggest one, and probably the youngest too, and it's still growing a lot. And it's necessary because it's a big town too. Not big when you compare with UK or like US and that type of thing, but big for being in Sweden. And to remind some people too, I have a boyfriend, my Englishman Trevor. So it's not meaning to say that I love you or something, because you don't know me. I'm a stranger for you, and I have my personal life too. And you're probably gonna see that in the video tonight, because Trevor and I was last Friday to Liseberg in Gothenburg and watched the glam rock band DID. Yeah, a goth can listen to other type of music too. And Trevor is not a goth, he's a metalhead, but he didn't enjoy the concert as much as me, because DID was a little more my cup of tea when it comes to other type of music, when it comes to that type of rock. And I think he also was a bit upset over the clothes on the people that was on stage too in the band, because no one was dressed the same. So, but you're gonna notice that if you watch a video tonight. Swedish time, 6:40 p.m. it goes up. So we're gonna see how much I'm gonna do the live, and if it works. I don't even know if it works if I start driving, so because I'm on my phone. And I'm not sure how much battery I have left either. I still have enough, so oops. Dangle. So yeah, so I had to take a little snack because I had done this weight surgery for soon 3 years ago, so I need to eat a little more, and it's gone some hours since I had my second breakfast, I could say. So this is like a snack meal only, so I can stand, because then I'm gonna eat next time maybe around 2 o'clock, a little bigger meal. Let's see. So that. Hello, Adam. I'm in the car. I just filmed the parts for my video next weekend. So I'm a little late with my schedule, so I try to now do so I'm ready with next week too, because else I had to record the same weekend, and it feels a bit stressful. How are you, Adam? I didn't see you on the last one for See You on the Dance Floor with Bones and Black, but you got one song played there again. So you're a lucky person for sure. I'll try to get another thing, but they don't seem to like my kind of recommendations when I request. Oh, you fell asleep. Yeah, it's late there, but it's very early for me. But it fits me. But I think when she now started to do those very long ones too, so it's even over 1 hour sometimes. So in the future, I might have a little problem that I have to go to work earlier, because I'm gonna start. I work now 1 more week on my old job, and then I have to start to travel longer, because I start then on my new job, and my new boss already been excited and asked me to be in contact with me or two. Oh, you excited? Now it's only 1 week left on your own old work, and then we're gonna work together again, because we used to work sometimes together where I work now too. So, and it was actually here that helped me to get this job, and I didn't even have to go on an interview. That was the best part. With every employment I had since we heard that they're gonna take down our warehouse, so and move everything to other places if the customer allowed it. Many of them didn't, so they moved to other places. But some are followed inside the company, but to other parts in Sweden. So we used to work together for many months before, so he know how good I am and everything. So I didn't have to go for an interview, and that was perfect. I was so surprised when his boss was calling, and I was prepared to hear about it. Can you come on an interview? That is the main thing. If you get a face-to-face interview from start, but sometimes you got like a pre-interview that you just want to feel how you are like a person, and then if they like that part, they're gonna call it the next part. So I've been on some interviews before, but one of the latest was I couldn't start as fast as possible. I still had to run a month before I could go from where I am now. But then I got this call and she asked that, do you want a job? And I said, no interview. You don't have to, you have some good recommendations already. I was thinking, oh my gosh, okay, I'm not gonna complain. If I can get a job without even having an interview, that is perfect. And I know that if I'm lucky, we start work early in end of September too, so we work early shift, 3 of us, because we're gonna be 6 person on a total new customer for this thing. And then I'm gonna work very early, and that means that when I'm gonna go on Sisters of Mercy in November, I don't have to take off because I'm still gonna have time to get home and then make myself ready for the concert and go to Gothenburg. So I'm so excited. Hello, Gary, and I'm happy that you got your new shirt with corn. Trevor actually likes corn. I'm not that happy. Some songs, but not everything. Hello, my friend. Turkey, please, black stock. I'm not that type of channel, so please stop it. Show respect. I don't want to sit here and take away, and soon you're still gonna maybe not gonna see me. So, and of course you have to continue, do you? Some people are see. So, and we take it for 24 hours. So sorry if you can't respect my channel. You have to go, because we goths are very, very tired on this fetishizing and sexual harassment all the time. So keep it clean. Keep it clean. I agree with you, Adam. Don't be a dirtbag. I thought that in my age, I'm gonna be 58 this month. I thought by this time I shouldn't have that problem anymore with people coming with that type of comments and everything. I thought, now I'm an old hag or something, so people are not going to be interested in me that way. So I can live my peaceful. Yes, we have to be sorry for the youngsters that still have to deal with it. But I think it's ridiculous that people don't understand the difference, and that we need to take back our subculture to a respectful place, because it has nothing to do that. Of course, everyone can be sexual or nothing, but we have non-sexual goths too, and not all are into kinky or sexual looks either. So yeah, but it doesn't matter if it's from Turkey, it's even from our countries too, no matter what. So you have those creeps everywhere, even in Sweden. So they think they can get away with it if you put on something different. So they think, oh, you're easy and that type of thing. So I don't care where you're from in that thing. Founder of goth culture. I'm not the founder at least, but I was born in that early, so I was goth already in the 80s before I even knew the word goth, because it took some time before, because we didn't have internet back then. Remember that? No internet. We are one of the few generations that actually live through everything without having a mobile phone, without having internet, and still be able to communicate with each other. So I miss those days sometimes, because it was so much easier to be with people, and they were not that rude either in the same way. You saw over the internet view of goths is disgusting and pisses me off. I agree with you. I agree with you a lot, because I think it's not showing respect, because we are all people no matter what, and we should be able to dress however we want. And I saw even when I did this statement on Instagram with a story, or what you call shorts. No, shorts is on YouTube, a reel or something. And they did this just to experiment, to just show that the difference between men and females when it comes to how to dress. So it didn't really matter how the female was dressing, no one gonna harassment. And then they did the experiment when they had females that went out and did the same thing that the guys do to females. And they were not so happy. So I'm gonna see what you say. The good old days before technology ruined social communication. Yeah, I agree with you. I miss those parts. And sometimes when you go out and you see that people gonna hang around, and that's why I maybe don't be even interested to go to after work with jobs and that, because I know everyone gonna sit with their phones too mainly, and I don't really see the meaning if you're going out to meet people while sitting with your faces down in the phone or sending messages to each other and you're sitting by the same table. That's ridiculous. We didn't do that back in the days. We were actually talking and had fun. Gathering in someone's place, or went to a club, or went to someone else's home, or even did a picnic if the weather allowed. The coffee picnics was fantastic. So you probably have a nice lady as a neighbor. It's just that you haven't noticed it, because sometimes people are blind for it too. Or maybe you're not nice yourself, so that's why you never meet someone that looks nice or feel nice, because you maybe treated them bad too. So they're not interested to show that they are really nice. So you have to think about it. Sometimes it goes swings both ways. Maybe it's a reflection on yourself that you haven't found someone that is nice, because maybe you're not that nice to people you don't know. Think about that one. So we have to see when I'm gonna start drive. But if I start drive, I can't read the comments anyway. But yeah, but then you can at least see how it can looks like on the roads on some bits over here at least. So I have my little meal. I have been filming. I need to go home, fix the new video. I need to fix myself because I have things to do in the noon. And of course tonight my next video goes up, and that is from the concert in Gothenburg that we went to last Friday. I'm watching the Danish band DAD, or Disneyland After Dark. It's more like a glam rock band. I'm not sure if Adam knows them, but they are very old. They started in the beginning of 82, I think, or something. So they've been around for a while. So you might have heard them too, because I know they have been played on MTV, at least when they still had MTV. The music channel itself has stopped with music videos. So that's a shame, because that was something I grew up with in the beginning, when we started to have cable TV and that things too in the 80s. And that was also a good way to learn about music from other countries that you didn't have in your own country. And of course you had the programs from UK, like The Tube with Paula Yates, and don't remember who the male one was. I'm flying to Stockholm on October 17th. I can't wait to get back. Yeah, Stockholm is the capital town. It's the complete other side of the country and more in the middle of Sweden. I live on the southwest part. So if you look at the map and see Gothenburg, so it takes some bits into the middle of the country, and you're gonna see Borås. So it takes around 30-40 minutes to go to Gothenburg from where I live. So, but I know Marissa, Miss Marzipan here on YouTube. She's an Aussie from start, but she lives in Stockholm nowadays. She have met a Swedish guy, and they got children too. So she lives there, and she can go on all the things like Club Deaf. Very suitable today because I did a deaf tag that Lady Rowena gave me. I was one of the persons she tagged for it, so I'll be all over if I'm renting a car. Yeah, but Sweden is a very long country, so it's not that easy. It's at least to the southern part of Stockholm, and then you're not even into the central part, or not even close to Arlanda where you come with a flight, because that's in the northern part. That is at least 1 hour more to drive from when you reach the southern part, and that, for me, it's at least taking around 4 hours to reach the southern part of Stockholm, and then you have to at least count to get to Arlanda, that is the airport, so at least 1 hour minimum before you reach that part of Stockholm. So I used to go up to that part too when I was younger. I had friends over there. I had friends even in the southern part of Sweden too, in Malmö and Helsingborg, but mainly I've been busy here in Borås, and Gothenburg is my favorite town, so that's where I love to be. So, but renting a car could be a good thing, but it can be expensive too. But I guess you might have a little better money than we Swedes have, because everything is very expensive for Swedes right now. So if you're not lucky, so you earn a lot of money, so you don't have to think about it. So, but Swedish money is not that much worth compared with dollars and euro and British pound, especially. British pound has very good value, so going over to UK you really have to save up. But sometimes I think things are for a better pricing when you get over that, but you still have to be careful to buy too much if the custom takes you in and they start to calculate how much you bought for, and then you're gonna have to pay taxes and that type of thing for it too. So, and that's a bit annoying because you still have to pay tax for the money you bought for. So why should you pay a lot of tax for getting clothing or makeup or whatever you bought for getting in? So, hello Craig, how are you? Are you waiting for a customer or just being off work? I'm sitting in a car, just filming on a graveyard over here, the biggest one in Sweden, in Borås, not in Sweden of course, but in Borås, the newest one too. I think is, yeah, maybe just over 100 years old or something, so it's not that old for being a graveyard or cemetery. I'm not 100% sure the difference between graveyard and cemetery. This one have a chapel, but we don't have a church. I have a family in Örebro. I've saved for years to make the trip worth it. Yeah, Örebro is not that far away from Stockholm, so, but it's still gonna take some time for you to reach Örebro from there, but it's closer. I'm good. How's day off? Digging trees. That sounds like hard work anyway. I'm very hard work, Craig. I have day off too, but I usually are off during weekends anyway, so I'm working only Monday to Friday, as long as we don't have what you call a bank holiday, but we call it red days because in our calendar it's marked like a red day, and then everything or most things are closed except for some places where you buy groceries. And I guess it's coming soon, cars and parking here too, because it's in the middle of the day, so I guess a lot of people go to the graves. No, that continue. Didn't want to. Maybe looked at the strange person talking with herself in the car. I thought I was a maniac, maybe. So yeah. But when I start driving, I can't read the comments. So just you know. Yes, went to Bergen. They had the day off. Yeah, that is annoying. Yeah, I can understand that. Don't say you went over for the 17 May. 17th May, because that's the National Day. Then it's definitely gonna be closed because they celebrate as crazy if that's 17 May. So, but it's also always annoying when we have those red days because you finally got time off from work without taking off vacation days, but then you can't do anything because everything is closed. So that is a little like, could live without it. Yeah, it's great to not go to work, but it's fucking boring too at the same time. So you can't really do something fun. So, oh, the sun is looking forward between the clouds. It's been forward and backwards this weather, so even raining was there. So I'll be in Sweden 12 days, then I'm flying to Ireland for 10 days, then back to the US if I don't decide to just stay. Yeah, it could be like that. Maybe it's better to stay in other countries than the US for a moment. I don't know. But hopefully it can be changed soon over there. I hope so. I guess the voting is coming closer. We have voting this year in Sweden too. And we need to do changes over here too with the politics. Because they want to start is starting to be the same type of attitude like in US. So we need to take them away before it's too late. We need to have a country where people can actually live and live in a fair way too, no matter what you are, a worker or whatever. Everyone should have the right to live a good life. And the unemployment is going up, so I'm very lucky that I actually got a job before November, so I rather jump on that train before. So, and it's a little excited to start a new job, so it's only 5 more days, and the last week I'm still gonna be borrowed to another thing. So this last 4 weeks in my life on my old job, I not even work with the things I usually did. So for me it's like being on vacation. Even if they have a lot to do, they have the high season peak over there, so for me it's still not as rush like where I usually work with. So yeah. lot of traffic now, aircrafts too. So we're not that far away from closest airport too, with smaller flights. And they usually have those type of thing. We call it segelflyg. And that is the one without engine. They take them up in the sky and release them, and it's close to where I work too, still. But my next job gonna be very close to the airport outside Gothenburg. So I have to travel a little longer, but at least it's the work, and I think it's gonna be better too. I think I'm gonna have more fun too, because the person that's gonna be my closest boss, actually we work very well together. So, and it was because of him I didn't have to have an interview for next job either. So, and he even asked me yesterday in the messages if I wanted to be like his stand-in if he goes away for vacation or something. I said I have to think about it. I don't want to say yes right now, because I want to see what the job is, and because it's a new thing, they need to get everything sorted, all the routines and the ET systems and that type of things. I have to learn everything there too. So if it's not that hard, maybe I can be like his stand-in when he need to be off. So, but I didn't want to say yes to Ollie either, because it's gonna be too much pressure on you. So I don't want to have that. I start getting a little old, you know. So I don't want to have too much pressure. So yeah, but that was because he knew how I'm working. So that's really good that actually his boss that did the call, when I was surprised that they said you don't need to even have an interview, because that was my question. No interview, because he only asked, do you want a job? It's gonna be like this trial period for 6 months. That is mainly for the most work here in Sweden anyway. So you have a trial period for 6 months, and then you are steady worker there too, if you do all things right. And I said, no interview, you don't have to, you already have the good words for you. And I was like, oh, okay. So I was a bit shocked, because I had so hard time before. I'd applied for months and nothing because of my age too, and the few one that was positive, either they didn't want to pay me enough for getting there, and was a little unsure with the contracts too, what was going, if you think about pensions and that type of things too, and insurances. And I don't want to have something that risks my future either. So, and I can't take a job with too little money paid for the wage and travel that far. So that because you're bad. High five back. I'm not sure, but he's found my new boss, and he's a German, and his girlfriend gonna also work in the same group that we're gonna be in the future too, the morning group. And she's from Ukraine, so that's gonna be interesting. We have me with my background, that is Swede, Finn, Sami, and German, and he's German and she's from Ukraine. So I guess we are a good match, and we have the similar type of humor too. So I guess that's why we work so good together. We have the same work ethic too, that the work comes first, and try to produce in a good way and as effective as possible. But of course, you should be able to have your jokes and laughs and that type of things. And you should be able to come with new ideas too, if that's something that makes your job easier. So yeah, I think I'm gonna turn the camera, but I'm gonna have to turn off the music too. You know, copyright YouTube. And it's only the radio on this car too. I don't have any energy to put in a CD anymore. And I don't have any CD burner anyway, you know, my computers anymore, because they disappear. So I'm not gonna read anything more, but if you want to see a part of how the roads can be, so I'm gonna see if the camera can pick it up from where it is. So I'm gonna turn the camera soon. I guess gonna start this little growler, like I call him. My little car, a Toyota. And yeah, and of course turn off the music. That is the radio, it's not my own music. So, but else, if I don't talk anything before I come home, because I'm gonna turn off the camera before I reach that part too, because I'm not gonna show too much. So I'm gonna turn everything, and you're gonna maybe see some bits from Sweden. If you have never been to Sweden, it can be a nice thing too. So else, have a great day, and see you another time. And my video goes up later today, so look after that one. It's the concert from what car do you drive? I drive in Toyota Argo, very small car, a red car. I call him Growler because he sounds angry, because it's only 3 cylinders too. So But he do his job, and it's the best car so far. I haven't had to do so much repair on him, just replace the things you need to replace over time. So, but now we're gonna start drive home before Trevor think I've been dead on the graveyard or something, drowning in one of the ponds or something. You never know. So hope you can enjoy the rest, and we turn the camera now. But I can try to talk with at least, but I need to reverse first a bit. And yes, I have gear sticks. See which way we're gonna take. We take this way. There's different routes I can take, but everything works fine. So I'm leaving the graveyard and going toward the central part of Borås then. So this is more like industrial place just now before it comes to where most flats and houses are. So I'm just gonna talk a little. See if I can do a little straight. So I'm not holding the phone, so you don't have to be worried because it's not legal in Sweden anyway. So I'm not sure how much you hear me because Growler is not the most silent car. It's a cheap abroad, but it does what it does, and it cost me a fortune when I bought him, and he was almost new too when I got him, and it's been a good car for all those years. So maybe it should be funny to. And this is a part of Borås I actually lived in for many years, between I was 17 years old till I was 23. We call Göta, and we used to have the military in our town, so we went left here to get up to the military place. It was an infantry, but for many years ago it disappeared. But now when Sweden is back in NATO, so they would need to do, they only have exercises still on the fields that they usually walk dogs on. And yeah, it's a lot of changes since I've been here. And I live in the outskirts of town, so we're gonna turn off on the highway, but maybe I should take a bit inside town too, so show just a little more. I can't go in the central part because you're not allowed to drive there directly, but we can take a little, else I should turn here to go up on the highway and move like I should go to Stockholm. But we can take a little extra turn. It might be in the wrong file. Green. I was looking at something else and that turned very fast. I think we go that way. So changed. And we're close to a place where I usually study before. That is in this area. I see a little bit of a yellow building here on that back. That's where I was studying for 4 years. I actually studied 4 years, so I'm actually an engineer. And if you go forward, you go actually down to central part of Borås. And to the right, we have the oldest, one of the oldest cemeteries too. I have been there before, but not this time. So the cemetery is still to the right, but you can't see it from the road. And to the left, we have the city park. I know that I have shown some bits before, but I can't turn the camera all the ways. But I wanted to show some bits, so maybe you see something. Still need to take a look where people walk to, because on the left we have the one of the swimming houses, and the bus square is to the left here too. But we just go a little bit in the outskirts now. I can take a little extra tour so you can see maybe a little more than usual. So I take a long way home this time because I can. And gonna see if I can turn the camera so you can see Pinocchio, the big statue that comes soon. So you need to keep your eyes open. I need to be careful because it's a roundabout here. There's coming a car. Can you see Pinocchio? Don't ask me why we have Pinocchio. Now får vi take a little other tour. Unlucky with the lights today. What's wrong? So får vi take a little detour. And this is one of the main one when you go to other parts in the to the shopping malls out in the other part of the town. So you have to drive this way, but we're not going that far. So we're gonna turn here, and that goes to where we have the big hospital. And also, if you live in the central part, you live in the poshest area before. So we're going up to that part too. And to the left we have the big library too, and even a theater. You can go and see different shows sometimes. But here you have to be a little careful too, because there can be different traffic rules here. Sometimes they have to leave way, and sometimes when you go into the smaller roads you have this one that people from the right have the first right to go. And of course we're going to have a lot of roundabouts. Normally I'm not allowed to go this way because the hospital, they don't want to have a lot of traffic going through it. So if I should continue, I should have to soon turn right to get down to the road where I can go. But because it's weekend now, I can go forward. So it's soon where you're not allowed to go forward. But and this is tiny roundabout. I don't really understand those, but they wanted to have it like that, so let them have it. And now we come into the area when it's the hospital, and it's also say that you're not directly allowed to go near some different things. So you need to stop somewhere on the road. But we also have passing where you have to stop for the shop. And here's the first pizzeria. I think maybe it was another one in town, but it's one of the first pizzerias I went to. This is the area for the hospital to the left, but you can see it from the camera. It's not visible that much, and I'm not gonna turn it that much. And here I have to be careful because the buses goes first. They have a little other route here, and now we are in the same area where they have the shop. There's ambulance, helicopter. So if you need to stay, only once I had to stay for a helicopter. I was so excited because I have only seen the helicopter coming, but actually never been able to stop for it before. So I'm gonna take a longer way home. I could go out on the highway if I turn right, but we're gonna take a left. But I'm still gonna turn off the camera before we reach where I'm living, because I don't want it to be obviously where I am, of course. But at least people can see how it is to be in Sweden in some parts. And this actually is a trouble area. I shouldn't walk here on my own, really. Especially not later, because we have gangs over here. But driving through, I guess, is not that big problem. But I could say I avoid this part. Very trouble. I don't know how much you know about Sweden, but we have those gang related, and it's about drugs. But I guess it's like that everywhere. But those don't care. They even taking kids nowadays to do their dirty businesses with weapons and shootings and whatever it is. And when they stopped shooting, they started to use hand grenades instead. So I don't know if that's bad, really. But yeah. But this is an area that I avoid when it comes to walking at least. But if I take the bus, I need to go through here anyway. So we continue. We have those speed bumps too, so we have to close it in. And when we come soon to the left, I'm gonna see if I can turn the camera so you can see more on that. I don't know if you can see, but we go through a little farm-like place, and that is the place where kids can go and look at the animals and that type of thing. So, so we turn it forward again. It's a shame I can't do a wide angle with my holder, but I don't think you're gonna see that much then. But we soon get into the area where I usually go walks, but I turn and because I don't go this far. So it's in this roundabout where that trouble area stops, and actually where the area starts where I live. So now we go up to the area where I live. Still a long bit, so I usually walk some when I do some exercise walks. And if I don't go walk in the forest, it's Brämmelt, it's called. So it has its own zip code. We don't usually write Borås in our addresses, and they have changed the route here, but I need to go right then. This used to be the main road, but they have changed it. Do not have that much traffic going. So they say this is the posh area. Don't ask me why. I guess it's because it's not many flats over here, and the places where people live in, especially the bigger ones, are very expensive too. I hope you enjoyed to see a little bit from my town. Maybe not most exciting because you don't see that much through something either. So, but at least we've been out together for a while, and we start getting closer to where I live. So the camera. But else, I hope you have a great day, and yeah, see you on the next time. And don't forget, I have a video up tomorrow. Not tomorrow, today, later today. 6:40 Swedish time, 5:40 UK time, and in other countries I don't know how many hours in difference. But now I turn off the camera, so bye!